simulations, consoles of yore. With retro Linux, they'll live forevermore. Hackers of T2 Linux, guardians of systems that refuse to die.
Welcome everyone for more AI testing live here on this channel. Why does this not? Why is this so strange? Because it's okay, that's a feature, not a bug. Of course it is. So welcome everyone. Slightly delayed things. Let's see if Fable can fix bugs that other models created. Also turned on data and got ourselves a fine coffee. So here with our AI-assisted Linux distribution development. So Twitch, no, T2, everything good starts with T, huh? So then let's hope this works, because sometimes this doesn't wake up fully, but hey, it woke up fully. Good, then updates. Things, update things. While data is running there, and welcome everyone. Actually, just a quick question about the Linux. Forgive me, of course, that's what we're here for. And good morning, and thank you for the subscription. Prime the subscription, that's amazing. T2 Linux. Does it come as a regular package manager, or does everything needs to build? I only have experience with mainstream. So T2 is the package manager, but it's primarily built from source package manager. But our base ISO is relatively big with 700 or so active, 750 or so active packages. So we pre-built KDE Desktop, XFCE, Firefox, Thunderbird, QEMU, OpenJDK, Rust, and LVM Clang and things, right? Linux kernel. We will expand binary updates. Is T2 on the live USB? You can test it live. The fix Clanker works, yeah. So the latest release, I mean, I did this 20 years ago, but the latest release is the desktop is live pre-testable before installation. So Clanker works. Right, updates. Let's first finish some updates. We could start it already. I think I didn't plug anything out. So I guess we should be able to just power it up and continue with our driver. Let's hope we can ship it today. So 1, 2, 3, 2, of course. Let him. If you again ask if it's Coke, it's bloody coffee. What's with this Coke nonsense? We're not drinking Coke here. What else did we actually did post the 7.1? Let's go. Oh, there's also Linux kernel update. There is Linux kernel update. someone or wait? Oh wait, we are at. Oh, maybe we wait. Maybe it's 3. Of course, it's 3. At 1 minute. Had the ISO running but couldn't use T2 in terminal, so wasn't sure root shell. You had to be root, but we recently changed T2. The next ISO will have T2 ask for root password. Ah, too many cables here between all like let's move cable. Cables. Use Fable, made just 5% better, but it's a lot less slop code and takes 5 more time. Cool. Thing that's probably booted. The question is, did we the last... Oh, we also need Claude, right? What was my... Oh, do I... Oh, wait, I think I have it in... No? Okay, then I didn't. So we are mostly set up. Things. Until you can use up to 50 things in Fable 5. If you hit this, you can use. Don't use this far to learn more promotional access. So that's what, 5? Why is this so strange? Is it 5? Why is it 507? That's bizarre formatting. Hey, welcome everyone. Working on an OS. Good morning. We work on an OS for 25 years. Here, it's one of the greatest Linux distributions that most people haven't heard about. And we test AI with finally making an old GPU work again. Things. Did I font that is comic code? I think I have font here. Comic code. Paraguay. We know you already. Why is it still so warmish? So, things, Claude. Let's commit updates. Oh, next VI liked you. Some things didn't build. So, let's rsync this here over. Let's just rebuild because I'm not sure if we yesterday test built the last release here. Let me sort my things. Okay, that's the system. That's. Wait, did I make this clean? What is xteddy and do we have that? Where do I? We don't even have that. So you need Vitek power up, René. Moin moin. USB SCSI. Is that like drawing some teddy or what? And also, if you want to see that, you better do your homework and send a patch. Like, does it draw teddy or what? I have no idea. Is it a package? If that is a package, you need to send a patch. Stop irritating Genius, KDE, René, Genius at work. So, Teddy with a transparent window around it. Then send a patch. Do your homework. Do you have T2 installed? If not, why not? Otherwise, run it in a VM, package this, send a patch. If you want to see that today, better send a patch. Claude. SCP things here to there. So I don't have the highest hopes, but let's see. The last time we, like yesterday, we instructed it to reverse the mouse cursor shenanigans. Let's see what it did. And then let's go from there. Don't see anything yet. But it might take, now I see something. So, okay, so the cursor is better, but not the cursor is, the colors are, okay, but, so the main issues are, can we even quit here? Exit. No signal. No, please clean up. So copying, amazing. 2 a.m. West Coast, sings 11 a.m. Saturday. That's amazing. Hope you enjoyed and learned something. So, the early birds here, the constantly 24/7 working. Santa Claus, the old thing Fable to the rescue. Okay, why this thing here is sock hopping and things. Going vibe coding from no, I'm just token maximizing my $20 test thing here. I need to get as much done as possible. I look at the ported driver sources. Oh, by the way, use by the way to ask quick questions without by the way the Xorg server code for shit. I hate this key binding, damn it. Shit, window L, like go F yourself, bloody whoever invented that, man. Worst useless. Answer, you shouldn't answer, you should. Does it add that to... This is not a question. Now let's look things, left, native mode handling and deck, imported driver. Noted thanks for the useful for the work, the actual things of, I'll open the files in the response. Consult both trees, I can't open the file in this response, but the main session will consult both trees as it implements. Amazing, by the way. So, yeah, we will not degenerate to vibe coders, but I spent $20 for this test, so we need to maximize it. Are those the disabled interface of the program? Want to check out Pro? You can check out things. What do you think about the Sony amount stopping physical discs? Disgusting. I never liked Claude things. I didn't subscribe to many Claude things. I'm a physical here. To that I show you Sony mini disc. Don't subscribe to stuff just by mini disc. Do you know anything about the Russian architecture of Elbrus? No, not really. I actually tried to buy one with my Russian contacts. Like, despite me multiple times trying to source one, they refused to. Like, they didn't want to sell me one. They did not want. The Russians were frightened of me. They didn't want to sell me one. Only fans use it. So, searching patterns, wonderful. By the way, did we get div? Do we have here anything to commit? What? This is not. Huh? Not a git? Did we not... Wait, what? Did we not create a git repository of that yet? I'm confused. Oh, maybe because we did that from scratch. Maybe. And Titanium clone. Sell what again from Russia? I wanted to buy this Russian Elbrus CPU, but they didn't want to sell me one. Soviet Russian computer things near Spark technology, right? I don't know. I never heard this. I didn't had one, so It's even Sparkizer things, gigaflop things. Yeah, I mean it is pointless. It is pointless. Nearly nobody has it. 28 nanometer, 8 core thing. Very large instruction word, proprietary closed. Is this the end of prototype things? Expensive. Let's make some more bank. Let's make AI companies lose more money. Do you know anything about? Okay, it says. Unlike, it has bundles. I mean, yeah, it's maybe a little bit loosely Itanium, but also like Transmeta also had bundles. Variable length bundles. Unlike, oh look, unlike Itanium, uses variable length bundles. Could add things. Classic ways, one criticism of classic code density. Fixed with things, capable limited scaling, adapted more flexible encoding. Yeah, again, years ago, before the war, like when this stuff was newer, I tried to source one. I couldn't get one yet. So not really many details. Just one more reason to not use Goose Lootly. Okay. So what's web coding doing? Now let me look at the original. DL edits. Oh, wait a second. What does it do here? Dot frequency things true. Let's be slightly smarter. Just so that we have a history of what Claude additionally does. No, I should have done this yesterday. State for pass-through dot clock crucial things, program things. Okay, do edits. Do you wanna never install? The thing is, plug in. I don't know where it installed that, but like just do that thing then. The thing is, yeah, run install GitHub things of Claude right now from GitHub issue PRs. So copying run install GitHub app to take Claude right from GitHub. Good. We have another thing to do. Currently the driver doesn't autoload. We have the source code here. I wonder if I love how it's asking you where to make a change. What are you doing? And all the change it's doing is removing code plus and comment. Yeah, it's asking this because it's a new session with a new model. We had yesterday said just do it. Slop comments are too much from, yeah, the slop comments are ridiculous. Do you think building operating system from scratch to this point where it can display GUI using virtual looping enough for portfolio? Impressive enough for portfolio? Oh, it's pretty decent, yes. Hardware cursor order that will also swap sourcings within the pixel order expected that produces item cursor by reversing the pairs each byte. Build clear, and here's what I found. Edit mode, video signal, driver, the port fill temporary VGA state things declarative write things instead of leaving a dot clock divider. Render cursor colors, draws value 10 and cursor things, cursor color, and the cursor layer produces 11 for the foreground background, so belongs second cursor things, cursor cleanup things. Hardware from here. No, but I can. Also wrong. So Xorg server, I wonder if they have hard coding things here. Like, so let's grab here for. Do they have driver list here? XPCI bus here. Look at this. Yeah, they have hard coded that here. That's pretty meh. This is so low tech. It's disgusting. That is the best that the free desktop X and Wayland developers could come up with. I would have a minimum. I would have added this to the SOs and have the SO load and probe or stuff like this. Is, I mean, yeah, that's a little bit more performance for 486s, but like, dude, seriously. Yeah, there is no YTech ID. What was the YTech ID? YTech vendor. That. Yeah, pretty low quality engineering, but MN, how's it sorted here? MNOPQR. Is this sorted alphabetically or what? Appears like that, huh? STO. For here, things. Case Z E. This is ridiculous. This is paste. Oh, wow. What do they tap here? They don't even tap. They use spaces like Python. What C developers are this, man? P1000 here. So that's the next T2 release. Auto comes up with that things. But dev always busy being 10x faster than yesteryears, being better ways of. I agree, actually building systems should play things of, not from things of purchasing, mysteriously always getting slower and more bloated. Yes, totally mysteriously. So, then, just like this, diff man, what's with my typing? I have to go to typing school. Then let's see what magic this stuff has done. probably fine, right? Thing E is any. Oh wait, why is there? Oh, I tapped. Sorry. Let's test build this. Okay, it's probably fine. Then you're getting shadow banned for what? Messages are getting filtered? I don't know. I can just not read every message. I see your message. Docker version things, agree things. Probably don't have to worry about. I did not apply to an eye for an IT job since I was a student. And even then I didn't really have to apply. Like my... Anyway. I didn't... I'm self-employed for this year, 20 years due. Then let's test the latest iteration. Did Fable fabulously fix something? Next time we will do this slightly more efficient. But today I'm not changing this really much now. The problem is maybe we need to reboot. If it saves the state, it's saving a broken state. Yeah, this cursor is fabulously correct now. Yay. But something else, actually, I just noticed some blitting here is wrong. The title is wrong. There is some... What would it do for the X-term title? Would best we would need to know what. There's maybe some color expansion or whatever. Okay, but we want to test exit. The problem is well, if this exits, yeah, no video signal, but let's reboot. And so what's next? We did that, all right, updates. Okay, data did some more updates. What do we set up SCM? No changes. We dated it. What was that thing? Something here built already. Just need to enter my boot selection here. 7.1. On a 486. Babysitting easier than writing code yourself. I mean, it's like having an intern that you need to explain every small thing here. Missing 32-bit C instructions. Sets. What domains is missing? C instructions. This is no 32-bit. This is a 32-bit build and 32. That somehow says. Okay, it's anyway. Maybe Data did this already. Did we boot already? Nearly. It's probably faster if he did it himself and would enjoy it more. Yeah, but we did this for science. Also, I'm thirsty. So. I find that so insufferable than it is. If bossing intellectually stunned people around every 2 seconds is your stick, then AI coding is definitely a dream. Yeah, precisely. Welcome everyone. Did I think that? We built it here, right? Yeah, so the next time we will do a story here in secure shell and like then rsync, like auto rsync that. This is too inefficient to constantly do. So the question is, does this fix exit? Oh, and there's also okay, do we? So this probably works, right? It probably did work. But hey, at least the cursor is correct now. Fabulously. The video mode still doesn't restore. Man, this AI. Where is my Claude? Man, bloody shit, can't exercise actual hardware things. Behavior claims worse, verifying box R console comes back. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You're fired. Yeah, this thing is fired. There is also some. Let's figure out which acceleration doesn't work. There is one of those not working. What do we do here? We have solid fills, screened subsequent, and 8 is solid lines. Why does it do only solid lines for that here? But that's not 8. That is funny though. ALU tables? ALU tables. So solid fill, solid rect, screen to screen. Is really screen to screen wrong? And does screen to screen really not have any ALUs logic? If screen to screen is broken, is Claude still marveling? The clock divider wasn't sufficient. There is something else exit path differs from. Let me dig low level access code. Reading still twisting. 3% Fable. Plan 9 and QEMU. We prefer to do productive things here. Like doing 30-year-old GPU support. This is so bizarre. Because only the title, how's only the window title wrong? In TWM. The thing is, it's probably very inefficient. IBM restore num-saved registers. File must read first. Welcome, Marcus. Linux did not end 32-bit support. They only added 486 support. 586 still works. But yes, that is a custom fork where everything made working and amazing again. That is T2 Linux with restored Itanium, tested DEC Alpha, restored 486, right? The last Linux distribution. Like that is the last Linux where literally everything, nearly everything just freaking works TM. You should give a way to test himself so he can check the solution works and non... How should I give it access to my VGA output? Like, you're so funny. Let's comment out this screen to screen. Wait, what? Did it even build something? Wait, what was the clock here? 11:32, 11. It's still the time from Apple. Something is fishy here. $124 seconds. Why does it not rebuild that? Previously I just did do disk clean, right? You should rebrand to A2 Linux, attempt to things. Yes, I know. We will probably rebrand to A1 Linux, totally not affiliated with AI things. That is funny. That's not that. That is bizarre. There is something strange going on. Maybe that but what would that be that... Never had such a bizarre bug. AI produces the most bizarre bugs. Why does it still not rebuild? Does this not have dependency information or what? Not really. Somehow this is strange. Let's see how it draws this. Maybe there is some endiness swapping still strange. Maybe that is the reason why the cursor was so strange. Yeah. That is bizarre. That is bizarre. It's neither of those two. Apparently. Maybe that is why the cursor was strange. Probably AI made some very basic mistake somewhere. Cursor now. Oh, the software cursor was also inverted, right? There is something really strange going on. Because I think, actually, let's test this. Kernel level things, while Linux still 32-bit things. ARM did remove support for things. Yeah. Actually, no. In pure software, it's correct. How is that even possible? In pure software, it's correct. Bizarre. By the way, is there any... Did they remove MTRR support for RDT? Did it not? MTRR... I remember maybe they removed something. Because I see some redrawings a little bit slower. Test MTRR, the MSR similar to Pentium Pro things and Cyrix things. Why do we not have that? Did they bloody remove that? Everything Linus removes. Could think he is maybe not talented to keep a 486 kernel maintained. Here's some tower though. Is this IDT Winship? 2A to B, stepping 2. Winship as five model. Centaur was no. Why is everything always broken in Linux kernel? And oh, we have Winship 2. Was it not 2A? TTS MSR MCXC Centaur MCR. I thought I had a 2. Is it not a 2? A 2 Winship. Oh, maybe it's not a 2A. Maybe it's a 2. Let's see, what did we get? It's a 2. Winship 2. 2A. It's definitely not. Mine does not look like this. Mine looks like that. Kinda. Does 2A, does it not have an MTRR? Seriously? Is this 2 or... But that's 2. That's not A or B. Did the MTRR never work or what? Winship 2. Memory registers MSR Pentium things range associated similar to and 4. Similar to and to the not that memory traits defined not compatible with C6. I'm a little bit. Huh? I randomly realize memory type range registers don't work. Why? Init C3, Init Centaur, stepping 2, no, here's 2. New LO Centaur, but MTRR, wait, is this emulate MTR using MCRs, init Centaur. Emulate MTRR. Drop unnecessary export. Unused declarations. Boilerplate. Single change verify. Platforms fixed range. String. Bizarre. General memory configuration register. MCR. Categories MSR0 things. Does it not have right combining? Pentium processor parity reversal. Have a things perform. Provides extensions over the P55 memory ranges with associated special attributes. These MCR are similar to Pentium Pro things. Starting physical address memory regions, easing starts working, but lower 12 bins are ignored. And I wonder why my graphics are here white combining. Writes may combine with previous writes to the same D word before executing on the bus. Yes, please. Why does that not bloody fucking work? Why do I always find shit not working 30 years later? Ah. Which kernel is that here even? Now let's see them. MTRR. Yes. Things. Or did they remove support for proc? Did they remove proc? There is something strange. Linux kernel dogs. Is it still valid or deleted? No, that's upstream current. Proc MTRR. It doesn't bloody work. It should be there. It's not there. Does my server have that? Does my VM have it? Oh my even like look. Even my bloody VM has it. Okay, why shit slow? That's why. 3 decades? Sir, may I know exactly what you're trying to fix? We doing wipe coding? Yes, a little bit. We practice wipe coding so future employees can hire us. So that we are still employable. Oh, we have viewers. This should work, but somehow doesn't. Why would this not work? Let's debug here one thing at a time. What did Claude build? Clean things, all registers, try touch things, stuff of style teardown, zeroing, unchanged, hardware, still put spec, still doesn't come back after this next spec VGL concept rather than this doesn't work like this. Read index things. Okay, let's commit this. There is still something. Okay, what should we test first here? Oh, look, do we have so many bugs, man? Fix things, bugs. Well, the first thing did completely fail in creating a working video driver. We vibe code a video driver. Like, it's bugs all over the place. What do you mean, what bugs? Like, there are many bugs, like barely something works here. Which bugs? Many. The question is what's not buggy. Rust in the kernel, not good, they shouldn't mix it. I don't like Rust anyway, much. And this will become chaos. Also, Rust not really good and slow and oops. The problem is we need to reboot again. Because if the state restore works now, which maybe it doesn't, but like if it does, then if it works, then it's stored on already broken modes. This is basically the most annoying thing. This mode stuff, because like each time it doesn't work, you need to reboot. That was also unrelated of AI and stuff. Also my board nearly falls off my precious board. My second computer main logic board I ever purchased. And all the criminals, trash pickers, things, and what? Precision photography? What? Like just some years and you are as good. I use Golang to create different project. Question is what is the advantage over? Allegedly it's better. How much time will show. I want this MTRR to work, man, though. So we're booting there. Firmware bug, CPI multiple things. The thing is, all CPUs are so rare. I only have this because I custom ordered this, I kid you not. I was so poor, like in 1998 or so. Here, Italy. Actually, this kinda looks like mine. Maybe I have a 2A. Wait, maybe this A is wrong because it doesn't say A there. I literally custom ordered this because it was affordable and integer performance was good and it had 3D Max and stuff. I had to custom order this because very few shops did sell that. I went to a computer store like, I want this CPU, get it to me cheap. Yeah, vintage things. Okay, let's try to figure out why this MTRR thing, did we copied this here, right? I'm pretty sure, you know what, if we use rsync, you would see if it updates. No, maybe the time wasn't. I mean, yeah, vintage things are like, I actually wanted to get in K5, like a higher clocked K5 for 50 euro, like some German recycling e-waste seller doesn't even go down 10 euros. Like, I'm not buying it for 60, I would buy it for 50. And just like, no, I need at least 55. It's like, I'm not buying the CPU for 55, just out of principle. Out of principle, I'm not spending more than 50 euro for vintage. Like, even 50 is too much already for this white e-waste scrap, but... But this thing is like completely crazy vintage fans say. I mean, yes, I also have a collection, but... What I wonder is why... I can upload a photo. Just the first start always takes slightly longer. I do not understand why is this here? Oops, what's the key? Is it from the keyboard? Ceramic key. I wonder, insert key fell off. I wonder if the rest here works. This is a test. Find. Like that, like literally works. Why is just the title wrong? That is so bizarre. The rest renders okay, just the title is wrong. That is a bizarre bug. I mean, I nearly shipped it like this. I mean, we have other bugs, but upload this to you to see it or Instagram. Okay, does exit finally work? Can AI vibe code mode set restore? No, cannot. Still doesn't work. There is no other video signal. Okay, Fable fabulously fails like the other. Teardown is unchanged from the original. Pulse plus back. Still doesn't come back. VGA core side rather. No, it's schlepping. Wonderful, it's schlepping. So, there's also this other bug which what does it do? Raster F mask, raster B mask. Why does linear frame buffer off-screen pick snaps? Transparency only. You hate that they give title text expressions like schlepping. Yeah, strange things. Fable outside a little. Yes, at least it's for me in Germany. They recently changed this again. So there is something sus. Flag things. If we do this here, bits per pixel. But bits per pixel shouldn't be 8. It should be 16 or... Are we not at 16? I think we should be at 16. I would expect this to disable XAA acceleration. Bits per pixel 8. Unless it's setting this up. Let's try to disable this more with -1 just for test. Alright, I wanted to show you. What's still sus is that that's pretty sus. That the picture looks relatively okay, but like here the title is swapped. That should be X term, but it's so X term. This is somehow pairwise inverted. I mean, it could be. It looks like color expand things, but it shouldn't be used. So that's strange. It's still. Ah, wait. It says it should probably say login. What should it even say? Ah, X. It should. I think it should say X login. That's extremely strangely swapped. I don't understand how that's so strangely swapped. It's still strangely swapped. Why would that be? It's still that strange. So that's... Do we not rebuild here something? What's a little bit sus is that it looks like color expansion and like 1-bit mask color expansion left to right, like big versus little Indian swap, but shouldn't use that. Can't fool your GNOME Foundation bot sent here to spread food. Who? I have not Linus Torvalds. I also have no wish. Ah, it's login. It says login. It should say bud. That should say exterm. What is funny is that with software it works. And I thought I had maybe we are not rebuilding the driver enough. No, it should rebuild because it ain't there. That is 511. Do we copy 511? 511, yes. This is bizarre. I have no idea how this even can happen. It should not initialize, like basically nothing of this stuff should happen now. Nothing. I had commented this out. Oh, here's more SL. That's of course unnecessary to split this in two files. I would not I would not have put this in two files. There's ethyl in it. Why is this twice? This is bizarre, strange. That's what you get when you wipe code shit. Does it use a built-in driver from the kernel or some fallback driver? There is no kernel for this in the kernel. That's a user space xorg driver. Fallback driver. You guys have so much to learn. Wait, we have two? Wait, what the fuck? We have an XAA and an SL? Like, are you bloody kidding me? It hallucinated two acceleration files? Holy, is that stupid. It hallucinated two SL. Oh man. That explains the thing. Oh wait, this is our P9000 XAA Enid, and this P9000 ethyl Enid. Holy, is that stupid? Look, it does ethyl Enid, not XLA. They can modify this file until the sun goes down. Does it even wire this up to build that? Yeah, if you do not review every stupid shit, then like, yeah. It doesn't even build that. It hallucinated a file that it doesn't build because it only builds. Cannot make this shit up, man. I have no further questions. So what do we do here? Ethylenate. Okay, that would explain, like maybe this has color expand. Here's pattern fill. Here maybe. CPU to screen color expand here. Order. There's some, like maybe something is LSB first or whatever. Let's see if that works. Yeah, if you have two files and one is ain't even used, then you can debug this shit forever. I hear that fixed it. Yes! Oh wait, do we? I mean, it's fixed. The question is, man, that's a beauty. Man, is that beautiful? The question is, yes, it's correct. The question is, do we run with hardware or with software? Oh, we run with hardware acceleration. Yes, that fixed it. Yay. Okay, amazing. Build clean things. What do we do now? Things. Did it do something? It brewed something. Build clean. Exit parse is now complete. Verbatim restore. Everything the driver touches gets snapshotted before the first switch to things. Render again things. Pixel things of 4 register things. Driver programming things of. Okay, let's see. What did it do? Oh wait, it renamed the file? I don't have exa here. It must somehow rename the file since we initially urged this. Okay, YOLO. But that means we accelerate font driving, like accelerated bitmap font driving with color expand. Future of High Performance from 1994. What do you think? Yeah, not worth the drinking water and the death of children, whatever. Okay, okay, then we're kind of, I mean, somewhat done. We could, for kicks and giggles, oh, maybe because I rsync it over. Maybe it didn't. Oh, maybe I rsync it over. That's probably how we mix this. Because we rsynced in the same direction. Okay, my fault. We kinda could already reboot because we need to reboot anyway. For the video mode restore to test. No, we need to rating out of 10. Yesterday I gave it a 4. I mean, maybe this is maybe 5. Maybe Fable is 5. Okay, amazing. So this will obviously not restore the state because the state is currently broken. Yeah, no signal. We need to reboot to test this. I want to see this MTRR working though. Now that I've seen that that's broken too, who knows for however long. Maybe it worked like 30 years ago when I had this new. I mean, this message here is also meh. I mean, ironically, like, I'm not interested in microcode update. Like, no support for this vendor. Like, yeah, but what is with TRR? Like, early init Centaur 5. Emulate. Set CPU cup Centaur feature Centaur MCR. Did we have that here? Did it say MCR? So this would be faster on even more hardware. It's slightly slow because we built from boot from NFS. Can you once and for all just buy a Claude Max subscription? Stop being cheap, thinking you were smart? What do you mean with that? 12 ingredients, hot dog chicken though, don't waste even this rain. Off to work. See you later, alligator. Centaur MCR, yes. Oh no. Wait, we have... Oh, proc MTRR, but that's empty. Can we do an MTR? Oh, I did I check def MTR, or maybe just checked the wrong thing, but they are empty. Did I just check the wrong file? Because I wipe code too much? Okay, we need to test if but that's empty. I'm not even sure if that should be empty. Nope. It still breaks the complete video output. So I did copy this, right? Any mistakes here? That's no file to copy. This did not copy any source file. Who is you? What do you mean with Claude Max and root access? What do you mean by that? Did driver port work? After a lot of guidance, somewhat, not fully. So it's warping. Almost done thinking with medium effort. Let's manual test the MTRR. What's a little bit strange is that it's empty. Why is this so strange here? So that's the Vitek Viper Pro there. That's at 9. At 9 the memory is at FEE. So we make this FE. What did I say? EE? FEE? FE? FE things, the size is, oh damn it, the size is 60 megabyte. How much is this here? Oh, that worked. Okay, I take this back that it doesn't work. This probably makes the graphic way faster. Right, combining the writes on the PCI bus. Still warping. Save state logs invalid using state things. Normies away from workstation don't incredible. Thank you, appreciate those after work things. So save pass-through configuration. These are not programmed by the buyers. The pre-ex content is undefined. I doubt that. What exactly things after no signal at all? Do the new log appear things register? Wait, what? Wait, what? Did it do something now or not? What does it want from me? Understood, still no signal. Changing more relation, lost change, core register things. Against Remnant, repick, falling back, no things of. Okay, I don't really want to check about this anymore. Type something. Did it do something or not? Did something. Okay, right now I have picture. Does it say here restored successfully? Pet fine good. Average. Chris, making 90s more, making my 90s GPU more work. Welcome, welcome. It's why waste tokens? It doesn't need to know why it's doing that. What API do they use for that? Do they still have that? Massively are using 2014. Is lightning fast? I can play things with 0. MTRR can't get things of like everything you need to tell. Like, yeah, you need to be a 10x engineer to supervise this stuff, otherwise you get a non-working slow driver. A non-working slow at best driver. Improvising? Done is no right PCI access. Okay, let's see. I should have committed this, damn it. How much do we pay for this treasure? Maybe it's not that bad. I'd pay 20. I hope I don't pay more than 20. But we certainly... I mean, yes, every model slightly better. The only thing is... probably we easily spend 8 if not 9 hours on this card with some other random things, so... In this time I could have done it myself. How's delete? Okay, YOLO, how's delete? Things of remove, disable to. This is such a garbage API. Oops. Disable colon or equal sign? Valid argument. So I deleted this to make sure that our exec, like I tested our exec server sets it correctly. C++ surprisingly fast things, big endian capable. I've got it a path tracer with object support in things, surprisingly things, big endian things. You need babysit things. What? I found that you need to babysit this thing a lot and just useful when you to amazing, we have a driver. Okay, mode exit, no signal, not ideal. Need to fix someday. Combining, does it somewhere frame buffer map wrap combining FFE8 stuff things, amazing. Did I check that this was in there? Oh yeah, it's in there. 8 megabytes, it's a little bit large though. But I guess YOLO. Wait, write back? Why does it say write back and not write combining? Or can this thing not do write back? Okay, I can't write back. What did we add there? Maybe it can only do write back. Write back, write combining. Can do write combining, uncached, write ordering, weak write ordering. Why do they write? Why do they call it write back if this can do write combining? Linux kernel things. You know, for wipecoder, each you're typing. What do you mean? You're complaining that I develop too much? Personally found things true. You wrote things. Nah. Okay, so do we have Firefox? I mean, I guess we would need to reboot once more. I don't have high hopes that this video mode restore works. Yes, you do. I'm a 10x engineer. I'm a 10x web coder, man. Also, we want to get real stuff done. So, okay, let it try to debug. I have an idea. Let it try to let it try to fix 8-bit support, because 8-bit support is crashing currently. Here, pro tip: if you have some coffee residue, mix it with Club Mate and just like this, you have a little bit more coffee inside you. Cocktail, alcohol, non-alcoholic cocktail drinks live here from your favorite wife, 10x wife coder. I've realized that I've called you wipe coder for who, me? It loses a lot of money. Wipe coder scene, who, what? Who loses money, but it makes money though? It doesn't. Learned, imitate for reward things, problem solving, but it makes money though. Thankfully, all the AI companies lose money. So, yeah, I don't have the highest hopes for this mode restore, but let's see. And then we will test 8-bit, which crashed yesterday. Because it's wipe coded, of course, it's segmentation faults. But I have not tested 8-bit for a long time. Hinting its effect, you still need to do most of the shit yourself anyway, yeah. Come on, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippis. So only on making money are hardware vendors? Yes, circular financing, totally. And we make them literally, we now token maximize for 1 month and then we stop. What do you mean will lose? They will not lose money, they are losing money at the 100 millions a month rate. What do you mean? It's in their papers. Have you seen their paperwork, their financial disclosure things? It's not a question, it's a fact. Let's exit that here. Okay, video mode restore. This still does not fucking work. Thank you. But to be fair, video mode restore is difficult, but nah. Let's focus on something else. Like video mode restore, someone else can finish wipe coding that patch, welcome. Who needs video mode restore? You only need to enter X1s and then don't anymore. So let's test let's test 8-bit mode. The last time it crashed, let's see, does it still crash? Yes, it does still crash. Yep, totally 100%. That's why I thought let's make them lose. Let's help them 1 month. Let's create content, some T2 things, and help them. Let's help them lose money 1 month faster. So what's happening here? Fatal, am I resolve things? 8 devs, 8-bit devs, segmentation folds, pasted lines. Thinking, have you ever things or alien what? Claude generate me a CI job and had build error, decided to generate a patch instead. Probably only took a few iterations, beats and boomers. So it's thinking, it's busy thinking, so we can think about other things. Signal, sig FBE resolve color thing of things, pilot is programmed in 6-bit mode things without the dev visuals get things and the server does a rec bits RGB bit 6 thinking signal things, limit things, that means RGB bits was never set, fixed and build. Okay. Let's test that. Yeah, the next time we will not circularly doing the stuff here on. That's next time we need one click. Build and refire, build and restart. Didn't crash yet. Oh. Oh. It's up. It's up and running. Is it 8-bit? This is devs. Where does it say devs? Somewhat doesn't say devs and devx render, so you want to see that, right? Hello? Wait, did this crash or what happened now? No, it didn't crash. Why did we lose the serial thing here? What happened? Did we scroll log that? I hate that. Maybe this USB shit died again. I hate this. Yeah, 2026 and garbage USB things. AI wipe coded the whole driver. That's a whole driver. This driver did not exist in 30 years. We made a driver for a video card. It only cost me $20. Here. This beauty here. This beautiful things here, like this Vitek Power 9100 thingy thing of things, and yes, it's a socket A cooler on a socket 3 thing. So display things, we'll display things. Here, Chris, we could show number of extensions. Where is the depth of this display? We could show supported pixmap, number of support pixmap. Where's the bloody depth? Here, 8, 1, 2, 3, 32 things of 8 planes, root window 8 planes. Apparently that worked. Amazing. I slightly wonder why it doesn't show us X-render, but because YOLO. Does it not have a dev screen minimum things? Here, Chris, how about we show 46 running? Is 46 interesting enough? But probably we should, actually maybe 46 too boring. One of those things, boring, that's the case, things. Frostcone. Yeah, maybe 46 not that interesting enough. Maybe we need Sparky Spark stuff. So that did work. Yay. Let me just move that here somewhere where I had that here or stuff. Six-bit. Oh, we didn't shut down data. Is that apparently build? Oops. And fog. Oh, that has shared file things. Then, with all retro things, pension is saved, right? 20 years, I can sell them for a big fortune. I have no idea what go crazy expensive things and yeah, I mean, maybe it only becomes more expensive, but so let's try to push this to GitHub. Because I have this here. Things rejected because things you do not have locally fours. Yes, it's a completely new tree. I'm aware of this. We just swapped the whole code because the first AI completely screwed this up. Have you been affected recent earthing bugs? I guess so. I mean, I didn't experience any issue, but obviously we shipped that. So how about we wipe code the P3 stuff next? I should go here over once. Oh, interesting. This has still the release from yesterday, although we force pushed that. That's interesting. Basically, that's the first working driver. I mean, it could need some cleanups, but could also just YOLO. I mean, it mostly works. It doesn't, I guess, create another release. There was create release. Releases. Where is create? Draft a new release. Where is create a new release? Is that select tech master release title? Do we have create a new tech version 0.10 created on publish things? Do we need this title too? Generate title things latest publish, because then we can ship it. Which means you've either a very smart person here or an empath. What do you mean? Puff. And blocked. Are you drinking? Who's blocked? It's a normal way of reading code. It almost works. Well, this code works surprisingly well. The only thing it doesn't do is restore the mode, but I don't have time for that. That's too expensive. We could wipe code this forever, but it's also like I'm not daily driving the CPU here anytime soon, right? We could rebuild this. I guess we did rebuild this, but we can also double check rebuilding that. What? Luca CPP? What do you mean? Are you reading James' messages? Handle this. Are you reading who's James? Who's James? A measure can say not random things, prefer things. What's well things, choose boring. I'm close to blocking James. How about Echo? What's going on there? What do you guys find? Probably only touch a few iterations. Not sure what's up about. Stop wasting my time with random crap. So, what was the version? 18? So it's also today's days that we actually tested 8-bit. I'm not sure if we have ever tested that recently. The question is actually, does it work without an XOR conv? With our new auto USB match thing. Why does this not yet work? Weser? Why does it want Weser? Is the PCI ID wrong? No, it should be E910. 910? 91. So, last but not least, this should work but doesn't. We can debug this another day. Wait, what? What? Yeah, that comes up. Amazing. Futures now. Yeah, we could run crazy things here now. but that's pretty decent. The only thing is this here is a little bit sus, by the way. This the sound card thing, I think. Advanced Logic CMI thing. I'm not sure what it has a game port, but somehow the sound doesn't work, but that's not my... Oh, maybe because it's either PNP. There's some garbage sound card in there. But that's not really my department today. There is some Sound Pro thing of... Yeah, there is some CMI audio adapter thing. But it's not really my department. I guess we could power off that here. There is a driver. Why does this not work? Oh, garbage colors. PNP detection. This is not on by default. Either PNP. Probably should be on. Yeah, I mean, we could debug this, but we also have gazillion other things to do, right? Use guard spin things to safer things, return things. Yeah, amazing. We have a mostly working driver. Which devices are we SSA? Well, my build server, my TFTP server, my 486 like IDT Winship test board. Okay, we have a mostly working driver. I guess we token maximize other things for something else. That's not even that much usage. When does it reset? Resets 15. When is 2? Wait, AM, PM? So it's reset soon. That's why can this shit not use 24-hour clock? Like, what locale does it lose? Because yeah. You were writing this for... Yes, we were running this. I mean, we tested 46. I did run this on a 586. But we tested 46 before. It's an IDT, like below this massive heatsink is my second CPU I ever purchased. It's an IDT Winship. So it's running. It was running a 486 binary optimized for 486 on a 586. But yeah, leasing code and all my work things. Yep. So that's the CPU. That's the super socket. The garbage cheap super socket thing. This is my second main logic board I ever purchased. It was the second CPU I ever purchased. 96 megabyte of memory. I know. Wait, actually, I don't know. Maybe it only is. I actually don't know how much memory was in there. Dim stuff. I don't know. Maybe 128 megabyte were in there. Good. Amazing. I guess the next web coding stuff we can spend on something else. Are they perhaps not Rustline? What are you even talking about? I need to token maximize more things. Tokens. Maybe do something and like have lunch with the family on a Sunday. Did we? Oh, we still have. Did I commit this already? Bam. What would be really cool? Maybe we should next. Oh, the doctor. Good to see LM works for you. I need to clean up and fix MCPU tune things. LVM cling. What would be really cool is to port the NetBSD. Some BSD, probably NetBSD, they have hardware acceleration for SGIO2. That would be really cool. Open source things, crime ASIC SGI block things, screen to screen, rect fill, image upload, things conversion, X render, not all ops, strings, drawing anti-alias, just what's used to things, icons, others, solid dash line, things of. It still doesn't work yet. Video overlays, video graphic, not graphics, backend, not crime. I don't have enough information on that. Image read, screenshot. Messed up. Other image reach needs to be screenshots. Uncommon, any kind of GL. All in all, should do a lot better in XSGI with XSGI. Glitches, definitely things as far as I know, this only things I reach support of amazing graphic. XORG's Newport driver. I also made Newport pretty much features except for off-screen. Okay, I don't have Newport. Missing bits crime. libxaa is all rebuild. Why is that rebuild? Wow, that's 2009. That's a long time ago. Holy shit. What's a little bit annoying with this NetBSD stuff is that wherever to find their stuff, man. CVS repositories, CVS stuff. Thank you very much. What is a configure? Identity? Why is this so strange? Crime age. Things. debug struct. Yeah, I guess we could let it start on that. What? Lol. That will work there. I'm not believe it. What do not believe? Guy is wipe coding. It's USB scursy. What you're adopting? How can we save that here? Crime. And that's a little bit annoying like this, but gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, server which should certainly be. But testing this, I mean, yeah, I had testing my O2. I mean, we used it some months ago, but I had testing that on my. That did download. Yeah. I mean, configures. Yeah. Maybe experiencing static what you thought on Xlibra. Oh, I said this, like, Xlibra is pointless. Xlibra is a waste. Xlibra is, like, we just discussed it yesterday, and it's like Xlibra is not good. Disk space is free, right? Just check out entire. I just check out entire NetBSD tech. Disk space is not free anymore. Have you seen the prices of things? It's not Whitetech anymore then, but so X3, let's just I mean, obviously we give them credit, right? Before you write this NetBSD guy, before you write my NetBSD friend, I think with some of those I emailed once, but maybe this was another guy. Crime Age, Men, CC stuff. Why are the names so garbage? Why is this double C? Was it like that? Let's reuse this context. Does it make sense? By the way, the new default black background is amazing already after using it 5 minutes. Good patch. It's like, yeah. It's the small things that count, right? Happy that I made you happy. Are you a Wayland guy? No, I'm not a Wayland guy. Supposed to be silly things. Disk space was never free to be. Yeah. By the way, okay, we had this. Use the. Okay, this is okay. Let's group this. Let's see if this works better. So this driver is the problem is having the clinker to build the Linux kernel, especially on this machine. Because for the SGIO2 we need to modify the kernel frame buffer to support some new IOCTL to custom map the control registers. just give him historic context. The problem is, so that's not, I mean, theoretically, this kinda should kinda just build. It's not even that much here, this driver. We could kinda directly use it. The only problem is probably maybe a little bit old. So this is this current, at least the current? So there are two problems. The main problem is that this is probably not libPCI access. Yeah, this is not PCI access. And the second problem is that this is using here some custom IO color. That's color map, and okay, it has this NetBSD thing has a couple of custom IO CTLs. Which is it? Cursor? Crime driver. Wait, driver. Wait, driver is. We have been in driver, right? Yeah, this will not work that easily. I will probably not do this anytime soon. I mean, maybe in a week or so. Wait, so do you just maintain your fork of Echo? Yes, I maintain, of course. Our fork is much better than XLibra. It restores XAA to deceleration. It restores DRI, early DRI acceleration. It restores 24-bit support. Also, our XORG drivers are 4 years already patched not to crash. Like so many old XORG drivers only work mostly more correctly into Linux. Yeah, we do nut stuff, but like mainstream media of Phoronix do not realize this. They always chill out every other small thing of how much? So this SL stuff is SL stuff is quite some stuff. Yeah, so I once found the spec SGIO2 crime on some FTP server had some half spec for that. Crime rendering, what is it? Rendering backend. Oof. There once was some crime ASIC spec. Crime CPU rendering interconnect memory ASIC specification. Here's a graphic. Actually, here's a GBE spec. Spec for. Oh, look at that. How complete is that? It's better to save this before it goes away. Crime and GBE interface, bus controller. The sad thing is, this is by the way not what I saw the last time. Split video capture. Which one did I open? Nintendo. Ah. PSU fan. Crime. Which one did I do now? Maybe we should write Linda a love letter. If she has any old things here. Wait, what? Wait, what? Somehow this is... Oh, 200? Oh, the Firefox is just getting slow. Yay. That's why I'd give entire things to look through. No, that burns too many tokens. The whole and NetBSD source is pointless. That's complete waste of millions of tokens. Why is this shit so slow, man? Maybe 100 pages slow. Why is this shit so slow? This is ridiculously bloody slow. So I saved it, right? Let's see also what's the clanker doing. Download things from the NetBeastie mirror. I guess do it. GitHub NetBeastie source. Figured it out anyway. 10x engineers, thank you. Came for clanker review. You see it's already pulling them. It says, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's still better than everything from bootstrapping. But all the other NetBeastie sources unrelated, right? So, I mean, it's figured those files, so that's fine. Your approach is what is wasting tokens, and you still attempt to approve comments that from tokens and your time. I mean, the whole NetBeastie source is like a gigabyte. Like, why should I give it a gigabyte of unrelated things? Did it not do that already? I'm not seeing why not giving it hundreds of megabytes of sources is, but also, do you know how long with CVE it takes to check out a CVE tree? Like 1 hour later. Do you know how slow CVE is? Have you forgotten how slow CVE is? So where do we have downloads here? Oh, this split shit. I hate this split shit. This view looks so nah. Where is the view? This usability is meh. Sort by here's view mode here. Detail, that's detail, that also looks like shit. Here's crime spec. Which did we want, crime or because is it faster in ocular? Apparently it is way faster in ocular. Look. Connections are things to crime things. Memory controller. So the last time I checked surrendering, is it a page number? No. Do we have like... No? Yeah, so that's chapter 7.1. 7.1. 7 things. The last time I checked, it's probably was this document. Authorize X and GL 2D3. Unfortunately, the one document I found once, which probably was this, it didn't have 3D registers, which sucks. So we would need to reverse engineer that from IRIX. Running a shell command. I'll build system files things. Target contains only gap or substitution. Crime autogen. Wait. Oops. Need to learn the key bindings. Yeah, maybe I should hyperlink the KDE key bindings. So, rendering engine supports 8-bit, 12 color index, things of RGB, things of RGB, things of physical address translation. Like, this thing was super advanced for 1996, man. You all like TLB, like which other GPU had TLB and unified frame buffer? Alpha test and alpha blending, yeah, that was so ahead. things at 2 stuff gigabits a second, DRAM things of rendering. Goodness, so the only problem is interface buffer, pixel pipeline, TLB, kernel space, user space. Oops, no, I pressed something. They didn't have the 3D registers in here, but let's see. Vertex primitive. Actually, here's Vertex GL. Here's Vertex things for GL primitive. Initial rec component, like holy shit. Do we have enough here for initial soft SW? What soft? What is SV? No, it's SV. SV for homogeneous texture mode bids. Are they documented? Pixel pipeline register texture to Q initial T over W value for texture things. Texture border for color. Is this complete enough for devs? So that's what I said. So this is pretty similar to S3 Verge. And S3 Verge we did. Buffer mode tiled frame buffer TLB indicates with the source is a tiled linear. Tiled buffer. Pics doubled indicates each word's color buffer split into front end things and draw mode. Enable GL, disable X, enable GL, disable X. Holy shit, this looks more complete than the last time I found something. Point, line, triangle, rectangle. Opcode, primitive register. Scissor register, source mask. Startings, triple pattern index. Here is nearest or linear texture magnification filter mode. Does it not have bilinear? Oh wait, there's linear near it. Oh wait, this is probably bilinear, indicates magnification filter. Linear is probably bilinear. Clamp repeat. Yeah, that's all the GL stuff. Surprise SGI invented that. Yeah, I saved it already. At least on my system. But like this stuff will not... I mean, yeah, the only problem is like this good old Unix graybeards going away and with them the server. Shell command bootstrapping, running shell command, head stuff of crime driver. Now that's the driver, modern API plus Linux backend. Why does it error writing file? What is that here? Don't tell me I run out of disk space. It's not out of inodes. Of course, better if you're sometimes out of inodes. Not really sure what error it has here, man. Linux graphics dying off is definitely a big problem. Yeah, especially the old internet, man. Like old internet dying off. I so hate that. U-shift things, anti-alias, slope of the line is 2.14 to complement fixed point value. Ideal line starting minor coordinate ideal. Nevertheless equal alpha test functions always alpha test reference value. Reserved at max abstract things on and stuff. Logic op. Oh, here that's not. Yeah, okay, maybe that is a document that I found. I remember that stuff wasn't like, yeah, that there is nothing for some reason. Memory transfer engine. Yeah, I mean, there are some bits missing, and I mean, okay, I guess so. I guess the way that works is so it appears to be one drawing engine, and you can either throw 2D like 2DX or 3D GL things into it in one combined thing. So I would expect so the way I would test it, primitive geometric primitive opcode, whatever is it is primitive. Was it the line? Okay, here TLB. So the way this works that I know from Verge and Voodoo is you write so things here. So G, that's the initial green, blue, and alpha. What do we have? R here. R here's shade R. R here it starts. So what do we have here? 100. Oh wait, we scrolled over that already. So what do we have? Buffer mode, source, pixel transfer source. Source destination, clip draw, window clip mode. So clipping, source mask, scissor. Window of, what is it? Source, frame buffer, window offset, things for translation from relative to frame buffer relative. Whatever. I guess here's a primitive to do, like geometric, so that's probably the dot, line, rectangle, triangle, whatnot. So that's the vertex is what format do they have here? Format, that's bit 32 bit. What is it? Type. What is ng? Ng. What would ng stand for? So GGG. Right, that's right only. So x0 vertex for x0, x0, xy, x0, y0 vertex for, but it's x 7074. I would kinder what does NG stand for? Pixel control operation, pixel master pipeline. The two classes are global and non-global. Are updated until all pixels are flushed. Global registers are not updated until global registers are not updated until all are flushed. Non-global are loaded as soon as the beginning of the pixel is idle. Typically, the global registers set up drawing context, which would apply for multiple primitives, and non-global would be updated per global and non. So maybe global. Global and non-global. Okay, that stands for non-global. Okay, global, and then non-global per primitive. Okay, gotcha. So this is for ground shading, colors for initial things. So delta, that's their color interpolation. Delta red per dx, that's pretty precisely as S3 Verge, previous YouTube video. I've done this 5-6 years ago. So the texture coordinates and stuff. Does it have here somewhere texture? How to select where to texture from? Texture coordinate interpolations. It must be somewhere some texture base addressing. Slope of ideal line and initial line starting minor coordinate for anti-aliasing. Start and end coverage values for anti-aliasing. So your set, initial set for defs and then delta. Okay, here somewhere must be the, okay, buffer type, tiled, tile type, frame buffer, TLB, ABC. Defs buffer, 81632, pixel type, CI. RGB thing, dev double. Each dword source buffer split into front and back half. I mean, having basic 3D run on SGIO2 would be so cool. I mean, obviously pointless, but so cool. Okay, primitive register. Yeah, so it can do points. I mean, points are kind of pointless. The only thing, like, because writing points, I never understood points really. But the only point of points is because, like, it's probably single pixel or whatnot. Like, writing so many control registers for points is completely wasteful. The only reason for that is to have this in the full GL, like, because every software. But so the only point is to unify this of not software processing single pixel points. I mean, maybe they support more than one. Some hardware supported n pixel point things, but yeah. But most like so line triangle, yeah, triangle, like, so that's 3D and okay, so that's the only thing it can do. I wonder it can texture points, texture lines, maybe it. I don't know. Rectangle, I mean, rectangle might only be for fast set clear. I mean, certainly more for X. For X rectangles potentially. I don't know. It sounds like I wouldn't think they. The only time you need rectangles in 3D is for fast set buffer clear or fast screen, fast buffer and or. So the way you would fast before you draw fast scene, like fast buffer clear, is compare always, like compare function stuff always, and then have the set buffer of the initial value and you color like black or whatever, and have the rule, have the 3D rendering like with always compare, write your target values into the buffer and set buffer, front back or scene and so here's the opcode. Here's line width, indicates a subpixel width of, it can do line width, wow. The question is how valuable, but nah, edge type, drawer, yeah. So the only question is, I mean, yeah, theoretically, if we really wanted to, we could do 3D graphics. I mean, it's Verge Voodoo like deaccelerator, but probably could do it. The question is, where does it get this, so it can do those textures? Texture mode. The question is, where's the source address? I didn't see the memory source address for the texture yet. That's what I meant. Here is it's like always, like not for alpha but other, and then you. This is a little bit strange. Is it which register? GL blend. Logic ops, that's a little bit sus, it's empty. That's not good. I wonder why they just stopped documenting that there. Yeah, maybe that's not complete enough. Maybe destination buffer. Yeah, okay, YOLO. Yeah, we will probably not do that here anytime soon. I mean, if we continue with this X driver, which like we have other things to do, like literally PS3 RSX would be more interesting because more people have that, and that's more full featured. SED things. What did it even ask me for that? Yeah, it will not even be able to build that here because we don't have MIPS. Assembler, it's this one here, right? This is what it should hallucinate it here already, I would think. I mean, maybe this driver, you know what? maybe this driver has the texture stuff set up because it's supporting X render. Both PS3 and SJ would get interested from people. Yeah, I mean, we have other things. We should do RISC-V. We should do actually stuff that, I mean, we will do like before I will retire, like Sherlock subscribes the next years, we will do this. I'm just not sure if we will do this year or next year, but probably before I'm 60. Probably not until, probably not this next 6 weeks. I just wanted to take a look at this. So this, maybe this driver has texture because it's doing X render. And so for the blending here, crime draw mode, GE mode, alpha blend, texture masks, screen texture masks. So maybe it's using GL. I don't know if the X, because X at that time X did not have blending. Points only make sense to me with very low resolutions. We only evaluate this. This is evidence you're doing crime. Are you sure you want live streams? This? Haha. SGI has an exceptionally enthusiastic community. They even support our Epic Linux project, which is only regularly related as the famous game console. Yes, I'm aware of this. You could provide things. X for address, crime DE, X for address, primitive, crime DE, primitive, subsequent screen to screen copy. X for address, source. I mean, maybe that is the texture address if that's the source address, but yeah, YOLO. We cannot easily test this because we would need a matching kernel driver. So we should basically, if we start this, we should start with cursor only. We need to modify the Linux kernel accordingly, because currently the frame buffer only allows you to map the frame buffer driver. For that we would need a custom IOCTL to also map the control registers. Where's bloody my mouse cursor? Oh, here's the mouse cursor. Configure quiet things. Yeah, the thing is, it will not be able to build that. We need to do that on a matching. Cross compiler and things. I wonder if it will ask eventually it needs a cross compiler. Mouse cursor, find my mouse cursor, yeah. Is there a EVI with code integration? Of course there is. Of course there is. Okay, all we pre-test some things. We tested. I also wanted to see this Fable stuff here before the preview stuff goes away. But I mean, let's be honest. Let's be real. where did I as more mainstream this will become, they will let you test that again, yes, and don't ask for grab things of what. I mean, yeah, it will. Yeah. Pro tip: don't waste AI tokens on stuff that will not build like this. That's so. What is the result? Done is a complete modern autoconfig, basically clean Linux host. All OS access is behind a small helper. Device things versus dev ttye. What do you mean with? What do you mean dev fb0 versus ttye0? What the heck? Get screen info ID things type crime engine mapping GFB only exposes frame buffer. The crime engine 20k linear frame buffer are mapped through dev mem. Oh holy shit, that's a little bit dirty. I mean, it's creative. It's like, yeah, I don't have an IOCT. I like dev mem, like holy shit. Fable finds like, yeah. IDE are for people who cannot code. IDEs are for people who do not know how to exit VI. I mean, DevMem is creative, but I would have Casa. I mean, sure, if you ask a clanker of like, do me this stuff, and it does it this stuff, right? I expected a human's like, hey, shouldn't we add the proper Linux kernel driver IOCTL for that? Color map things via FPO blank graphics switching where no op is a no op. Graphic text mode, server, core handles, okay, graphic FB repaint. Hardware cursor is VS cons only. Seasonal Linux gets software cursor which still renders through the engine, so it's visible. Real testing, dev mem mapping needs kernel without strict dev mem. Implement I mean, it needs a proper it's just all dev mem, and then we can change it to, oh holy shit, coding guy, thank you for your work. That's, man, that is a whopping 50 British pound. Super thanks, that is amazing, thank you so much. Emacs or Vim is all you need. Yes, or an original VI with all the advanced Vim feature things. Yeah, so normally not the super greatest fan of vibe coding, but if it can make us support even more vintage and retro graphics, then yeah, let's just, hello? Ah, did not focus. At the end of the day, if it makes me if it accelerates me from a 10x to a 100x engineer of just wasting AI companies' money by making their clankers make vintage and retro graphic work more, and finally RSX. What's the oldest machine T2 Linux has run on? My original 386 from 1998-ish. 386 SX25. And similarly like SparkStation 2, which, right? and it's pretty oldish. Spark Station 2, I even have a video. But yeah, super thankful for the super chat, or what it's called there, super thanks things. It's so amazing. Personal coding guy hero. More people should make use of this feature. That's from 1990. Yes, I have videos of some of the things. So Spark Station, we have a video, like multiple even. Like I do this here for some years live on YouTube. So if you wanna, if I now go cook lunch, then and you wanna continue, we have here original Spark Station 2 here. I probably have a proper video from things. Was it this one? Or is this one? Like basically multipler. Like basically go watch all of them. So that's 40 megahertz of risk goodness. And 386. I don't have my father's because that board is currently battery leaked broken. That pisses me off a little bit. But I have something similar. So I have 386. That's only marginally. Yeah, so that's our first board. On this board I programmed, but it's battery acid damaged and I didn't really got it to fully work yet. Also, since like initially it worked a little bit and beeped a little bit, and after I cleaned it more with distilled water and things, I think it currently did beep less, which, But if you want to see other things, like 386 things, we have here 486 things. So that's not ours, that's some other, but that's basically 90, 89ish or whatever. If you want to see that. Yeah, 40 megahertz. I mean, technically we also have run T2 on 40-ish megahertz RISC-V synthesized RISC-V cores on FPGAs. But no. Okay, so what did it figure that out? Originally, what was added? Done Linux Bankit, no real hardware cursor. Straight GV cursor registers, wired FMEM. I mean, so it's totally dirty, but like, I mean, that's I mean, hey, AI was creative. I give it that. We could actually test that. Wait, what? Unknown switch A. Any chance? I mean, just for the hardware cursor, it would be worth trying. Already, the hardware cursor alone would be an improvement of cursor colors, GBE bright things of. Yeah, I just. We will test this another day. Yeah, let's. Wipe code on an SGIO2 sometime soon. With LLMs, it's much better to have simple like if solutions, complex ones. With LLMs, it's much better to have a simple hackish solution than a complex one that is 100% hallucinated. It doesn't. Yeah. Also, it's certainly a nice quick test. Like with this, we can pre-test all of that. I mean, yes, it's hackish, but. Hey, as long as it works, right, for Vintage Retro. With this, we can pre-test all this stuff, and when it works, move this IOCTL. So, I mean, even that is deprecated, right? It's Linux kernel, people wanted DRM things. I mean, hey, Claude, rewrite for DRM, direct rendering managing interface things of, let's watch the drunk airwrite code, have no idea what it does. Yes. What do you think about data sovereign with advent of AI? Should we pursue to buy infra to run local models? That's the best, yes. Local models offline. The only things you need, you cannot run Claude like models offline. Also, you need relatively beefy NPUs. Developing things, system Claude, developing a module. Okay, yeah, I'm happy we tried this. At least it's a beginning. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Yeah, okay, 3 hours already. But hey, the good thing is we got a driver out of this. Like maybe we should do some PR. I mean, that's certainly... Yeah, the thing is I like to do more hacky things. I'm not a whole day PR person, but we obviously should do some PR here of here. Look, I mean, actually, it's working better than that now. Like it's actually so the main thing that's not working is restoring the video mode on exit. Some of the AI can't hallucinate that, but otherwise, like, hey, look at after this and this, and it's like, no, it's actually working, right? With my guidance. So, yeah. Don't delay, enjoy YTech P9000, 9100 graphic things today. Now 1 month later with my LVM backport, it's first had to write only enough code to compile April. Now 1 month later build entire. Yeah, we should, Doctor, we should do the same for Deck Alpha, HPPA risk. Like, hey, how about we wipe code all so I can use things now with Xorg things? Yes. P9100. Also, I mean, use certainly it's 1994 performance, right? Some things, so first of all, I only tested P9100. I don't have a YTech Power 9000. I only have a 9100. And also, if you exit the Xorg server, you don't have graphic anymore. Patch welcome. Alpha also existed and was deleted. Yeah, and even if it didn't exist, probably AI, we could hallucinate that, right? Let's get T2 on the original 6502. No, that's too slow. Catching live things. Happy to see what's doing today. We wipe coded here YTech, so that's a graphic card that didn't have a modern Xorg driver in 30 years. And we tested LLM AI, wannabe AI performance. Also, like now after we did this, we also let it wipe, hallucinate a SGIO2 crime driver. I'm feeling a little bit lucky that I wanted to test that, but realistically, maybe I should do some other days on a Sunday and call it a day for today. So don't delay. Shall I subscribe today? Try to send some patches. Also, yesterday we tested 486. That was not AI hallucinated. I think I forgot to do a screenshot, which is of course not ideal. I probably should, like, let's screenshot the video. We should have that from yesterday.
The stack is yours with T2 Linux.
Somewhere here in the beginning should have been relatively early. Did we not? Wait, which board? Ah, yeah, this. Wait. That is a 486 board. Yes. Do we have here somewhere? Should have screenshotted that, man. Here. AM5X, so that's X5. Yeah, that is CPU family 4, yes. Does it have view name? Doesn't have view name here. Nah. Wait, do we have the kernel here? Here we have 712. Ah. Here we have that. Things. Maybe download, Instagram, upload. We need to document that. We tested that. Yeah, 486 is like I don't need slower than there is a limit. 30. I'm a 32-bit guy. 32-bit RISC guy. Preferably 64-bit guy. Right, Deck Alpha. Screenshot things just now. Bam. Hello? Thingy things of testing 486 things. Let's hope that correctly. Three. Things are vintage retro. Why did this not post it? I clicked already, but no. What keyboard sounds like therapy? Yes, exactly. That's a new Phi 75HE. Let's hope it shares because sometimes this should post saved. Yay. Keyboard here, Instagrammy things of new file 75HE, Hall effect, gate to run, magnetic, oops, magnetic white things. Oops, not close the wrong window. Things has been shared. Amazing here. 46 testing things. Good that we this, otherwise I would need to have done that after the stream. Because we need to document this for marketing reasons. Previously closed window, Twitch here, restore, then. So that's it then for today. I hope you just learned something. Don't forget to subscribe, enjoy your vintage and retro machines, give the cleans a try. Spread the word and other such things. Maybe consider supporting us like this amazing super thing from earlier. Thank you, shout out again. What was the name? Coding guys, that's so amazing. Coding, wait, it's funny, it's coding guy. How to even pronounce this, but yeah. Go to outside things while exactly. Best social media detox, right? Switch off things. See you next time. And hope you just learn something. And then let's just test SJ02 sometime soon.
Threads for freedom's sake. Binary whisper shine.